Hello students, myself Piyush Sharma. I have discussed syllabus of class 11 according to the boards CBSE and ISC and other boards. In the syllabus of class 11, we will discuss first chapter, that is physical world. In physical world, first topic is science. Science is the systematic and organized knowledge of any physical phenomena obtained through observations and experimentation is called science. Science can be divided into basically two types: physical science and biological science. Physical science is the branch of science which deals with non-living things. For example, physical science can be divided into various parts like physics, chemistry, geology, astronomy, etc. And biological science, the branch of science which deals with living things, is called biological science. Biological science can be divided into various parts like botany, geology, forestry science, etc. The combination of botany and geology can be studied in single part, that is called biology. Now, next, physics. What is physics? Physics is the branch of science which deals with nature, used to explain different natural phenomena, that is called physics. After discussing the physics, we discuss scientific method. Scientific method is the systematic method or the step-by-step method obtained by the scientist to study any natural phenomena and establish the laws which govern to explain that phenomena is called scientific method. We again explain, scientific method is the systematic or step-by-step method used by scientists to study any natural phenomena and establish the conclusion or the laws which govern to explain the natural phenomena or that natural phenomena consist. That is called scientific method. Scientific method can be divided into various parts. First of all, first step of scientific method is hypothesis. Hypothesis means, first of all, we justify the natural phenomena or the problems of natural phenomena, and the imaginary approach which we can obtain to explain that natural phenomena is called hypothesis. बच्चों, पहली साइंटिफिक मेथड की स्टेप है हाइपोथेसिस. हाइपोथेसिस में हम इमेजिन करते हैं कि कैसे इस फिनोमिना को, कैसे इस डिवाइस को हम एक्सप्लेन कैसे इस डिवाइस को या नेचुरल फिनोमिना को हमें एक्सप्लेन करना है. नाउ सेकेंड स्टेप इज एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन बाय हाइपोथेसिस. In the hypothesis, we draw the pre-planned imaginary activities which used to explain the phenomena. Now, in experimentation, we do experiment on the basis of that hypothesis. Experiment में बच्चों हम experimentation में हम जो हमने hypothesis तैयार की थी, जो हमने imaginary plant तैयार किया है explain natural phenomena को explain करने के लिए, उन activities पे हम एक्सपेरिमेंट करेंगे. वी डू द एक्सपेरिमेंट इन द लेबोरेटरी. एंड थर्ड स्टेप इज ऑब्जर्वेशन. इन ऑब्जर्वेशन वी ऑब्जर्व व्हाट आर द रिजल्ट्स ऑब्टेन इन द एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन. वी नोट डाउन दीज ऑब्जर्वेशन. व्हाट एवर results or the conclusion or the observations obtained, we note down in the third step of observation. And fourth, calculation. Through observation we apply the suitable formulae and do the calculation. And fifth step is conclusion. In the conclusion of result, in this step we conclude that our hypothesis is correct or wrong. If that correct, then this is most suitable to explain. If this is correct, then it comes to the form of laws or the principle which used to explain the that physical phenomena. And if this in the result hypothesis is wrong, then we do again make another hypothesis, again do experimentation, observation and calculation and give the conclusion. तो बच्चों एक्सपेरिमेंट साइंटिफिक मेथड क्या है? स्टेप बाय स्टेप अप्रोच है जो हम यूज करते हैं नेचुरल फिनोमिना को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए, और उसके थ्रू हम लाते हैं लॉज या कंक्लूजन्स। इसमें पहली स्टेप क्या थी? हाइपोथेसिस। हाइपोथेसिस में हम इमेजिनरी प्लान आउट तैयार करते हैं। उस इमेजिनरी प्लान आउट पे हम एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन, सेकेंड स्टेप एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन। इन एक्सपेरिमेंटेशन we do experiment and through experiment third step we do observation. In observation, what are the observation obtained? On the basis of that observation we do calculation, and after calculation we come to the conclusion, and in conclusion we know whether our hypothesis is correct or wrong to explain that natural phenomena. If it is correct to natural phenomena, then it comes to the principle. It becomes principle or the laws to explain that natural phenomena. So that is scientific method. Now, next topic is scientific. Next topic is excitement of physics. Excitement of physics is the topic or the branch in which we discuss how excitement or the interest related to the discovery of any principle or any natural phenomena. Look, in each and every invention there is a basic step is excitement and curiosity. If there is a excitement and curiosity, then we can able to explain the way that natural phenomena or make to explain different type of scientific approach. For example, if we take the example of Archimedes want to know the purity of the gold of crown without breaking it. Archimedes want to know the purity of the gold of crown. So he faced very difficulty how he can check the purity of gold, and during that thinking process he come to the home and put inside the water filled tub. When he put inside the water filled tub, he observed that some water displaced. He observed that phenomena with curiosity and excitement, and give the principle of Archimedes principle, which is known as Archimedes principle. So Archimedes observed the phenomena with curiosity and excitement, that how water displaced from the water tub, and give the Archimedes principle. In various invention and discoveries, there is a excitement and curiosities play most important role. बच्चों, एक्साइटमेंट ऑफ फिजिक्स, एक्साइटमेंट एक ऐसी चीज है जो जब तक नहीं होगी तब तक हम कोई भी प्रिंसिपल या डिस्कवरी पॉसिबल नहीं है। हम देखते हैं ईच और एवरी डिस्कवरी में एक्साइटमेंट और क्यूरियोसिटी एक इंपॉर्टेंट रोल प्ले करती है। जैसे आर्किमिडीज प्रिंसिपल में आर्किमिडीज के पास एक क्राउन था, गोल्ड क्राउन को बिना ब्रेक किए हुए उसे उसकी प्योरिटी चेक करनी थी। अब उसे ब्रेक भी नहीं करना है, गोल्ड की प्योरिटी भी चेक करनी है। इसको सोचते हुए वो घर आया और वाटर टब में बैठा। वाटर फिल्टर में। उसने देखा जैसे ही वाटर फिल्टर में बैठा कुछ वाटर डिस्प्लेस्ड हुआ। वाटर डिस्प्लेस तो सभी देखते हैं, बट आर्किमिडीज ऑब्जर्व दैट फिनोमिना विद क्यूरियोसिटी एंड इंटरेस्ट एंड गिव द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ Archimedes principle. In same manner, Newton sitting is below the tree. He observed apple fall down from the tree. Each and every person that whenever apple fall down the tree, different people observe that phenomena. But Newton observed that phenomena with curiosity and interest and give the principle of gravitation. Newton's law of gravitation. So, in the discovery of Newton's law of gravitation, in the discovery of Archimedes principle, we observe that curiosity and excitement, or we can say interest, plays an important role. Now, in 10th class, you have observed that Oersted experiment, which gives the discovery of magnetic effect of current. In Oersted experiment, what you observe? In Oersted experiment, there is a compass placed near a current carrying conductor, and compass gives deflection. Oersted in the laboratory observe that when he takes the galvanic compass near the current carrying wire, compass gives deflection, and when the current carrying wire current becomes zero, compass gives no deflection. Oersted observe that phenomena with curiosity and interest. ऐसे ही आपके पास एक एग्जांपल एक्साइटमेंट ऑफ फिजिक्स का ऑयस्टेड एक्सपेरिमेंट है जो आपने 10th में पढ़ा था। ऑयस्टेड एक्सपेरिमेंट में क्या था, लैब में ऑयस्टेड अपना एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहे थे। उन्होंने देखा कि कंपास करंट कैरिंग वायर के पास में रखी थी। जैसे ही उन्होंने देखा कंपास में जैसे करंट फ्लो हुआ वायर में, वैसे ही कंपास में डिफ्लेक्शन आ गया, और जैसे ही वायर में करंट बंद किया, कंपास में डिफ्लेक्शन जीरो हो गया। इस फिनोमिना को ऑयस्टेड ने क्यूरियोसिटी और एक्साइटमेंट और इंटरेस्ट के साथ ऑब्जर्व किया और प्रिंसिपल दिया मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट ऑफ करंट। एक्सप्लेन द फिनोमिना ऑफ मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट ऑफ करंट। सो वी फाइंड दैट there is a different discovery. Excitement of physics plays an important role. Yes. Now, next topic, that is scope of physics. Scope of physics. There are vast scope of physics. Physics plays in different role, different branches, or the different phenomena. Physics plays an important role in the field of light. Physics help to explain different phenomena related to light, and it is in the category of optics. Physics help to explain the different type phenomena of motion, and it is in the category of mechanics. Physics helps to explain the different types of phenomena related to charge, and give the phenomena of electricity, branch of electricity. Under the branch of electricity, physics helps to explain the different types of application or the phenomena of magnet, and gives the branch of magnetism. So we observe that there is vast scope of physics in the different field. Now, relation of physics with different science. How physics related to different science? Look, in different type of sciences, physics plays an important role. Like chemistry. In the chemistry, physics plays an important role because for the study of physics, we require different type of instrument like burette, pipette, in which different type of scales are made. This can be made with the use of with the help of physics principle. In the chemistry, we use a physical balance to measure the different type of chemicals This is also based on the physics principles. So in chemistry, different types of tools are used which are governed the laws which given by physics. In the biology physics plays an also important role. In the biology, for study the different types of plants, bacteria or the other things, we use microscope and other type of instruments which made by the use of physics principle. So in the biology physics also plays an important role. And in next physics, if we discuss about the physics in mathematics, how mathematics physics is related. In the mathematics, for different type of calculation, for different type of measurement, we use an instrument. These instrument made by the use of physics principles. So we observe that physics plays an important role in the field of mathematics. So we observe that in different type of mathematics like physics, chemistry, biology, mathematics, and like other branches, physics plays an important role. Yes. Now there are two facts at which physics is dependent. First, unification. Unification is an attempt to explain diverse physical phenomena in terms of few concepts and laws. This is called unification. What is unification? Unification is an attempt to explain diverse physical phenomena in terms of few concepts and laws. Is called unification. तो बच्चों यूनिफिकेशन क्या है? यूनिफिकेशन वो अटेम्प्ट है जिसमें कि हम डिफरेंट टाइप की फिजिकल फिनोमिना कुछ लॉज या कंसेप्ट से हम एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं या एक ही लॉ से हम एक्सप्लेन कर सकते हैं, उसे कहते हैं यूनिफिकेशन. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन. विद द यूज ऑफ न्यूटन्स लॉ ऑफ ग्रेविटेशन वी कैन एक्सप्लेन मोशन ऑफ मून अराउंड द अर्थ, falling of object, motion of falling of object. These type of phenomena we can explain with the help of Newton's law of gravitation. So principle is one, Newton's law of gravitation, but by that principle we can explain different type of so we observe that principle is one, that is Newton's law of gravitation, and by the use of Newton's law of gravitation we can explain different type of physical phenomena like motion of planet around the sun and motion of moon around the earth, motion of freely falling body. In all these phenomena we use Newton's law of gravitation. So principle is one, but by that one single principle we can explain different physical phenomena. This is called unification. Now next, reductionism. Reductionism, a related effort, is to derive the properties of a bigger, more complex system from the properties and interaction of its constituent simpler parts. This approach is called reductionism. It is a related effort by which we can explain complex or the bigger concept by using the smaller concepts. This is called reductionism. For example, heat. For explain the heat, we take the different terms: internal energy, temperature, entropy, and specific heat capacity, latent heat. For heat is the bigger term, and for that explain that term we use different type of quantities, and by using that quantities we can explain that term heat. So this is called smaller quantities smaller concepts helps to explain bigger concept. This is under the category of reductionism. Another example like motion. For explain the motion we use different terms distance, displacement, acceleration, force. By using these terms, we explain the motion. So motion is the bigger concept, and for that explain that concept, we use the smaller terms. And by using that smaller concepts, we able to explain bigger term, that is called reductionism. Reductionism क्या है बच्चों? किसी वास्ट कंसेप्ट को एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए हम जो क्वांटिटीज यूज करते हैं, छोटे छोटे क्वांटिटीज को यूज करके हम बड़ी क्वांटिटी को जब एक्सप्लेन करते हैं तो हम कहते हैं, तो वो किस कैटेगरी में आता है? रिडक्शनिज्म कैटेगरी में आता है। जैसे आपको मोशन एक्सप्लेन करनी है, तो मोशन एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए आपको किसकी कई क्वांटिटी की जरूरत पड़ती है, जैसे डिस्टेंस, डिस्प्लेसमेंट, वेलोसिटी, स्पीड, एक्सेलरेशन, फोर्स एक्सेट्रा। So in a quantities, smaller quantities related हुई और आपस में रिलेटेड होकर किसको एक्सप्लेन किया? मोशन को। तो दैट इज कॉल्ड रिडक्शनिज्म। नाउ हाउ फिजिक्स रिलेटेड टू टेक्नोलॉजी। In the technology, physics plays an important role in different type of technology like manufacturing of aeroplane, manufacturing of computer, manufacturing of rocket technology. In each and every technology, physics plays an important role. There are various examples. Now, how physics related to society? In the society, the lifestyle of society totally changed by the use of physics, by the physics concepts, by the physics principles. We made different type of devices like refrigerator, television, mobile, and microwave oven. There are various cars, bikes, all these devices used by the society, which are made with the help of the principle of physics. And using these devices, refrigerator, television, mobile, telephone, and computer, these all devices used by society, and using that, the lifestyle or the way of interaction totally changed in the society. Now, next topic is in the physical world. Next topic we discuss, that is different types of fundamental forces. Different type of fundamental forces we just discussed as an introductory. We will discuss each type of fundamental forces in the next chapters also. फंडामेंटल फोर्स हम डिस्कस कर रहे हैं इंट्रोडक्टरी पार्ट में, इनके बारे में डिटेल हम डिस्कस करेंगे अलग अलग चैप्टर्स में। देयर आर वेरियस टाइप्स ऑफ फंडामेंटल फोर्सेस। फर्स्ट, ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स। ग्रेविटेशनल फोर्स इज द फोर्स ऑफ टू masses, that is called gravitational force. Second, electric force. Force acting between two charges is called electric force. Like charge repel each other, means between like charges repulsive force act, and in a like charge attractive force act. Magnetic force. Force acting between two magnets is called magnetic force. Electromagnetic force. Electromagnetic force is the combination of electric and magnetic force, because electric and magnetic force are both close related to each other. Why these are close related to each other? Because in 10th class you have studied that when charge is in motion in magnetic field, it experiences a force. It produces a magnetic effect. When charge is in motion, it produces a magnetic field and experiences, and if it is moving in magnetic field, it experiences a magnetic force. So, electric force and magnetic force are both correlated to each other. That's why they are under the category of electromagnetic force. बच्चों, next force, fundamental force, electromagnetic force. इलेक्ट्रिक फोर्स, इलेक्ट्रिक और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड एक दूसरे से बहुत कोरिलेटेड है। हम इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड से मैग्नेटिक फील्ड को जनरेट कर सकते हैं और मैग्नेटिक फील्ड से इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड को। 10th क्लास में आपने दो चीजें पढ़ी थी, मैग्नेटिक इफेक्ट ऑफ करंट, इलेक्ट्रोमैग्नेटिक इंडक्शन। magnetic effect of current. When charge in motion, it produces magnetic field, and this phenomena is called magnetic effect of current. And electromagnetic induction, when magnetic field lines linked with surface change, then voltage is produced. This is called electromagnetic induction. So through electric field, magnetic field generate, and through magnetic field, electric field can be generated. That's why electric and magnetic field are both related to each other. So in between there is an interaction, and that interaction is called electromagnetic force. Next, fundamental force is nuclear force. The force acting between the force acting inside the nucleus between the nucleons like proton and neutrons is called nuclear force. Nucleus के आप जानते हैं एटम के अंदर सेंट्रल पार्ट न्यूक्लियस in which proton and neutrons are present. You have studied in the 10th class or 9th class about the atom. In the atom is the smallest part of the element. Atom is the composition of three type of fundamental particles: proton, neutron, and electron. Proton and neutron place at the center part of atom called nucleus, and electron revolve in a definite path called orbit. Inside the nucleus, proton and neutron bind with a strong force. That force is called strong nuclear force. And other fundamental force is weak nuclear force. Weak nuclear force, some nucleus are unstable, like radioactive substance. In the radioactive substance like uranium, radium, thorium, in which nucleus continuously disintegrate and convert into new nucleus by emitting alpha, beta, gamma rays, which we have studied in further classes, further topics. In this nuclear force become weak. Nucleus is not strongly binded. In these force, these force are called weak nuclear force. Now, last topic of that physical world is different type of law of conservation. This is the introductory part. बच्चों ये इंट्रोडक्टरी पार्ट है लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन इन फिजिक्स. इसके बारे में हम डिस्कस आगे वाले जो चैप्टर्स आएंगे अलग अलग डिस्कस करेंगे. सो देयर आर वेरियस लॉ ऑफ कंजर्वेशन ओबे इन फिजिकल वर्ल्ड. First, law of conservation of momentum. In 9th class we will study. In the absence of external force, momentum of a system remain conserved. Second, law of conservation of energy. Energy neither created nor destroyed, always remain conserved. Third, law of conservation of charge. Charge neither created nor destroyed. Next, law of conservation of energy and mass. According to this law, and total sum of energy and mass of universe is constant. Energy can be changed into mass, and mass can be changed into energy according to the equation E equal to delta m into c square, where delta m is the mass which change into energy, c is the speed of light, E is the amount of energy. So students, in this session we have discussed science, branch of science, scientific method, and scope and definition of physics, scope and excitement of physics, physics related to different science, and unification and reductionism, different type of law of conservation, and different type of fundamental forces. Next, how physics related to science, society and technology. Thank you.